You do not need a new year, you need a new mindset. Before 2026 comes around, you can become a completely different and new person. Not because you changed your mind, your clothes, your face, but because you finally took your life seriously. This video isn't about a quick glow up, it's about evolving as a person, becoming her. Or him if you're a guy. So if you're ready to leave behind the girl that's insecure, doubts herself, and become the best version of you that finally feels in control, then keep watching. You guys, my birthday is right around the corner, which makes me so excited to glow up and become a new version of myself in this new chapter, which kind of motivated me into giving some tips to you guys that I am going to be using for this next year. First of all, keep in mind, your life will not change unless you do. You will never wake up one day magically confident. You have to train confidence. You have to practice discipline. Change starts when you stop blaming your situation and start owning your choices. You're not lazy, you're motivated because you're disconnected to your purpose. So you cannot expect to magically change overnight and magically become a new person while doing absolutely nothing. Even if it's just the smallest habits, those are going to impulse you to become a new person. What matters the most is the process. Second part is the glow up that no one talks about. We hear so much about glowing up physically, but real change actually starts inward within yourself. Read books that challenge your mind, write letters to your past self, maybe start journaling to understand yourself better. Also, I think it is so important to spend time alone. You should not feel ashamed to spend time by yourself. If you don't know yourself, then no one else will know you. You should be the person that knows yourself the best, better than anyone else. So you have to spend time in learning about yourself and learning what you like. So spend time alone. It's so important. Okay, now let's talk about habits that will actually transform you. These don't look like glow ups, but they are. Waking up early for you, not for Instagram. I know it's usual for people to wake up and instantly go on their phone on Instagram, TikTok, and stay there for hours. You literally lose half of your day if you just wake up and stay so long on your phone. Keep promises to yourself, even the smallest ones. This actually is so important, more than you think. The person you should be able to trust the most is yourself. So if you tell yourself, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym today, and you don't actually go, you lose trust in yourself. You stop believing that you're able to do the things that you want to do because you just can't trust yourself enough. So if you actually never keep a promise to yourself, even if it's the smallest ones, then how do you expect for yourself, your own consciousness, to believe that you're going to achieve the bigger promises? Every time you tell yourself that you are going to do something like a homework or write something or read some pages or practice Duolingo or whatever, literally keep that promise and do it. Go to the gym, go read that book, go write that story, go do everything you promise yourself that you would do, because otherwise you are going to lose trust in yourself. If you were with a guy, if you were dating a guy and this guy told you, I promise that I'm going to change, and then he didn't change, and then he did the same mistake again, and then he would tell you again, oh, I promise that I'll change, I'll promise that I'll change, and then he doesn't change, and he keeps not changing, keeps not fulfilling his promise, then you would just dump him and you would never believe him again because he lied again and again and again. It is as important, and if not more important, that you keep that promise that you made to yourself. Eat foods that fuel you, not that numb you. It's normal to think that fast foods taste good, so you want to go eat them, you want to go fill yourself with candy, with in general food that is not natural and that you know you shouldn't be eating, sodas, everything like that. Let me tell you something, that food actually tastes horrible. It tastes so bad. This is such an unpopular opinion, but it's the truth. And I am saying this from experience and from a perspective that can actually speak, like you can actually believe what I'm saying, because I used to love fast food. I used to be such a fast food fan. When I lived in Europe, I used to go to McDonald's with my friends at least once a week. I would always eat there and I would love the food and I wouldn't care, I wouldn't mind. I was literally at my worst. I felt so horrible. I didn't feel good about myself. It made me feel good at first to eat it, but then I felt like I wasn't fueled and I was just drained. You should eat foods that actually are real and that fuel your body. So eat more protein, eat more fiber, eat everything that comes from nature. Make your room a place of peace. Make sure that you have some type of space that you can feel comfortable and safe in, because that is so important. Portray your personality into your surroundings. Make sure your room is tidy. Make sure it looks pretty. Make sure you decorate it in the way that you like. Learn how to say no and do not apologize. If someone asks you to make them a favor, to help them with something, and it's really none of your business and you shouldn't do it, then literally you're able to say no. And you shouldn't be like, oh my gosh, no, I'm so sorry, but I can't. I'm sorry, but I can't. You should not have to apologize for not wanting to do something. You're not forced to help anyone to do anything. If someone is literally always venting to you every single day to the point where it's so draining towards you, you can say, hey, no, I don't want to listen to this. And you don't have to apologize, because it is none of your business and they should solve their problems themselves. I know this sounds cruel, but it is true that people will not change because of whatever things you say to them. If someone wants to be sad, they will be sad, and you can't do anything about it. Because I know everyone has had this type of friend who is always talking to you about everything they feel bad about how their life is so bad, or maybe you have been that friend. Well, let me tell you something, that friend will not change. Doesn't matter what you say to them. If you give them everything served on a platter, like everything that they need, they will still not listen and they will not change, because it's not coming from them. Walk daily with no phone, just your thoughts. I feel like people do not walk enough. You should actually be walking 10,000 steps a day. If you're just around your house walking throughout the day and you stay in your house all day long, you are not walking enough. You are not walking enough, and you can't blame your metabolism or the troubles that you have in your body on anything else but the fact that you are not moving enough. At least go for a workout. If you're not gonna work out, then walk. Literally just walk. If you don't have any surroundings to walk, then literally you can go to a gym. Walk on the treadmill. Romanticize your healing journey. Do not rush it. It is normal to want to feel better and improve from one day to the other, but you have to know that healing is not linear, and it's normal to feel amazing one day and then to feel horrible the next day. But make sure you just don't stay in one spot all of the time. Make sure you allow yourself to feel. Now, if you want to change, do this. Choose one area in your life. Mental, physical, emotional, financial, just choose one. Set one clear goal, not 20, not 10, not all of my goals for the year. No, set one goal for one thing you want to improve. Work on it every day. Even if it's just for 10 minutes, try to work on it every day. Even if it's just 1 minute. For example, if you want to set the goal that you want to read more, don't be like, okay, I want to read a whole book by tomorrow, because that is not going to happen. Make sure you are focusing on that goal, because it's way better. Like, I swear, if you have 20 goals, you will have to put too much energy on too many things, and you are not going to be able to fulfill them all. But if you put a lot of energy into one single goal at a time, you are going to be able to fulfill it. For example, if you want to start reading and you want to finish a book that you bought, make sure you read one page, at least one page every single day, or 2 pages. It is better than not doing anything at all, like not reading at all, because then the book will never be finished. This includes to everything. If you want to save money, make sure you're not buying a Starbucks drink every day. Make sure you're not buying an ice cream every day. Make sure you think before purchasing things. And that is a daily thing. It is not a thing of like, okay, I'm going to save money from today till Saturday. I'm gonna have $1 bajillion in my account. No, that's not how it works. You have to actually set the goal, be like, okay, I want to save money. How am I going to save money? By not buying food at school, for example. And instead of buying food at school, you take your own lunch from home, and you're actually going to notice the change so much. In conclusion, it is way better to pick one goal and fulfill it than to choose 20 and not finish any of them. Do not tell anyone about your goals, and literally move in silence. No one can ruin anything for you if they don't know that you're doing it. I swear, the second you tell your friends that you are dating someone, or the second you tell your friends something that you fulfilled, it is going to stop happening. It's going to run away like it never has before. I have many people telling me, and I've even seen on TikTok people saying like, oh my gosh, me when I tell my friends about a guy and suddenly the next day we're not talking anymore. that's what happens. There's people who envy you, and there's people who are going to wish bad things on you, and you have no idea. Now, track your progress weekly. For example, if you're going to the gym and you want to grow your glutes and you are not taking progress pictures, and one day you just go to the gym, look in the mirror, and you're like, oh my gosh, I feel like I have not changed at all, I look the same, then you have nothing to look back on to tell yourself like, no, look, I did grow. Actually, there is change. So make sure you are tracking your progress. Take a picture of what you looked like 1 week, then the next, then the next, then the next. And then in 10 weeks, if you look back on the first week, you are actually going to realize that you have changed and you are capable of doing these things. And that is actually going to motivate you so much into continuing, because you are actually, you're realizing that this that you're doing is actually making you change, and it is actually working. If you mess up something, do not quit it. Start over the next day. It's not even about starting over. It's about continuing on with what you wanted. I keep using the example of the gym because I go to the gym, but for example, some days, I remember back when I was younger and I started going to the gym, like when I was 15, I would just go for a week straight, every day. I would hit legs, abs, then cardio, then arms, then back. Like every single day of the week, I had to work out something. And then when I missed 3 days, I would not go again. I would stop going to the gym. That way, I realized that I didn't have to go to the gym every day. I had to go to the gym twice or thrice a week. And that helped me so much because I actually organized myself. And I was like, okay, I am going on Monday, then I'm going on Wednesday, then I'm going on Saturday. Okay. And then if I miss one day, I don't care. I'm going the next. And if I can't go for a week, the second that I'm able to go, I will go. So never give up. Never give up. If you mess up one time, it doesn't mean you have to give up. If you are trying to stop eating sugar and one day you eat an ice cream, it doesn't matter. It's okay. Literally, you're still with your goal. You're still doing your goal. You're still trying to fulfill that goal. Then why would you give it up for one ice cream? Don't do it. Just continue the next day, continue not eating it. Just so you know, you still have so much time to become her. You have so much time to become that version of yourself that you really want. Don't think that because you didn't start today or tomorrow, you have to wait until next year. Because people tend to mostly say, okay, in 2025, let's say at the end of the 2024, they said, okay, in 2025, I have these goals. And they had a huge list of goals. And then they're like, oh my gosh, I messed up already. I have to restart next year. And it's like, what do you mean? There's no one keeping track but yourself. No one's keeping track of you. Literally just do it at any time. There is a version of you out there who wakes up feeling calm, who walks with confidence, who laughs without overthinking. She is not that far away. Just make sure you start. If you keep delaying things for the next year, the next day, when this happens, when that happens, when I have enough money, when I move out, you will never be able to become her because it will be too late. Start today. Start tomorrow. Start as early as possible. You just need to start acting like she deserves to exist. And every small choice you make in that direction counts. And do it for you. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check my channel if you want more videos like this because I have plenty of them. And comment down below what else you want to see. I am always going to be reading my comments. I love you guys so much, and have a wonderful, wonderful week. Bye bye.